Go full E85, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Not too bad. If there's one thing I've learned, everybody wants to go fast, but nobody wants to spend any money. Going on YouTube, I am back with another video, and we're back at the whiteboard, which means I'm about to learn you guys something, right? And today we're going to be talking about how to add 100 horsepower to your car, specifically your supercharged V8. So we're talking Hellcats, ZL1, Z06, CTSVs. There are some crazy sounding supercharged Audis, and then of course your GT500, your Mustang, supercharged Mustang. Okay. Now let me preface this video by saying all of these mods can be done for under $10,000. 1 through 4 is what's gonna get you your 100 plus rear wheel horsepower for under $10,000. And then number 5 is just your cheap, easy way to get to 150 rear wheel horsepower. Now, when I say cheap, I'm not talking about $5, I'm talking about thousands of dollars. When you're talking about overall builds and getting to 1,000 horsepower in some of these fast cars, you got $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 into them. But let's go ahead and get started with number 1. And it's the main thing I've had on all of my cars. It is long tube headers. Now again, I'm a brand freak, I like Cooks. They're gonna run you anywhere between $2,000 to $4,000. Well, what do long tube headers do? First and foremost, they reduce back pressure from your exhaust, right? And then they increase airflow. So within the tune, it allows to push air through the engine a whole lot quicker, which in turn helps the actual horsepower. Most of this is done at the mid to high RPMs. This is where you're gonna see a lot of the gains. So just understand, you're gonna see anywhere between 20 to 40 horsepower depending on tune and or what else you have done. If it's a stock car, you're probably gonna see more towards the 20 to 25 range. And if you have like an intake or throttle body, something like that, you may see more towards the 25 to 40 range. It just kind of depends. But that is the first thing, and let's put this out there. You've spent $4K. All right, so you're halfway to the $10,000. Number 2, and it's actually my favorite, it's one of my favorite smells, it's kind of weird, but your E85 or your methanol, it's some type of ethanol, methanol, etc., some type of fuel. For me, I use E85 for everything that you need, fuel kit, braided lines or upgraded injectors and fuel lines. I spent about $1,500, and normally with a flex fuel kit for your supercharged V8s, not your scat packs, not your naturally aspirated cars, you're going to see about a 15 to 20% gain based on stock horsepower numbers or added from this. So you're going to see anywhere between 20 to 80. And again, you're only spending $1,500, so now you're at 55. And you've gained anywhere between 40 to 60 rear wheel horsepower on an average, good, solid, safe tune. So now you're halfway cost-wise and halfway to your 100 horsepower, and you've only done fuel and long tube headers. You can't beat that. That's normally your stage 1 package for most cars, is some type of long tube header, pulley, and fuel, right? Simple, which leads us to number 3. That is your grip tech pulley. I've talked about it in my previous 2 videos, but you're gonna be anywhere between 500 to 1,000. Most of this is just done on the tune, right? It's one of those things that based on your tune, how much airflow and boost pressure, PSI, that you can get through the motor or the supercharger, all right? All the grip tech pulley does, the smaller pulley, more boost, right? So all it does is spin the supercharger a whole lot quicker, which in turn pushes more air through the motor, more power, right? Same, all airflow when it comes to these, all right? And then now, let's just say we're at the high end, we're at 1,000. So now we're at $6,500. With this, you can see anywhere between 35 to 50. So now, even if you're on your low end, you're still at the 80 to 100 mark, which gets you to your horsepower number already, and you spent $7,000, right? You've added 100 rear wheel horsepower to your supercharged V8 That's your Hellcat going from 707 to 807. Now that is crank, so you're talking 620 to 700 horsepower, right? And some of these other ones, your CTSV, Z06, 640, you're really talking 600, 580 to the wheel, moving up onto the 640, 680-ish, right? So can you beat 1, 2, and 3 for the price? Probably not, but that's why it's always smart trying to go real fast. Go ahead and start with a factory blower car. I don't understand why people get scat packs and be like, oh, I want to be fast. I am so contradicting myself because that's what my brand was built off of, was a 1320, right? But when you really want to go fast, I'm talking about what's considered fast now, because people don't even blink an eye at 1,000 horsepower, right? Is best bang for your buck, 1, 2, and 3. Number 4 is your Kong Export. Most of these are done with LT4 engines, so your Z06, ZL1, CTSVs. But lately, Kong is porting out their Hellcat, stock Hellcat Superchargers. But they've also come out for the Hellcats, the Kong 2650s. My guy Joe has a super stock. He just did a 2650 full build on, and I think he's almost at 1,200 wheel horsepower, which is insane for a street car. He actually just blew a built simple transmission out of it. That shows you the power of a Kong Export. But all the Export does is maximize your airflow for efficiency, and they rate 60 to 80 horsepower. I am physical proof of that. I will drop numbers right now. Right. And then number 5, it's not necessarily on the list, it's cut off here, but this is your one easy way to get 100 horsepower. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, well, you can just add a supercharger and get 100 horsepower. Yeah, but that's no fun. You got a whole lot more than just your $8,000 cost for a supercharger to get 150 rear wheel. Now, what superchargers do you have access to? You have your Whipple, Kong 2650, and Magnuson 2650 or Maggie 2650. Those are the 3 big companies that do superchargers for most of the newer model cars or new gen model cars that we have. But this is all separate. You're talking 110K for all of this. All of it. And you probably are more than 100 horsepower for 10K. That's $1,000 per, what, 20 horsepower to the wheels? Like, that's a great number to have. So for me, these are my 4 to get to 100 horsepower added to your car, supercharged V8 that is, or just supercharged car. It doesn't have to be a V8. I've seen some supercharged V6s from Audi and so forth. Now, not a turbo guy, so don't quote me on those turbos. Intake, downpipes, tune, E85 on some of these BMWs, they're touching like 900 wheel. It's insane. But either way, how to add 100 horsepower easily, right there. Let me know what you think in the comments. I have physical proof. You guys saw 1320 CTSVs and plenty of cars at MXA that have gone way above 100 horsepower for $7,000 or less. Let me know what you think in the comments. And what would be your horsepower? What would be your mods to get to 100 horsepower?